Hi guys, Virgo here. Okay, we're going to be looking at this together for the first time. I was just able to locate the Court of Common Pleas of Chester County, the Janae Rebecca Smith Docket. This is the same party that I just put up the breaking news on with regards to the officer that was drugged by a vehicle from a party that subscribes to the Moorish American Consulate group. For those of you who have not seen that, I will place the link in the description to that video so that you can actually see the article that just came out a couple of hours ago with regards to this situation. Here we go. So this particular party, it looks like, was arrested back in 2018, as the article stated. However, she just started standing trial yesterday, the 27th of January, 2020. I want you guys to take a look at these charges. They're unbelievable. But before we do, this is Chester County Court, Commonwealth Court of Pennsylvania, which is another county out of where Sharon Tracy Gale is standing trial in Delaware County. Okay, so we're looking at the same state, just miles away from one another in a different county, and I want you to look at the bail that was set for this person who drug a police officer with their vehicle. And when you see the charges, the main two charges, you will understand just how serious it was to have bail set for Sharon at $100,000. So the set bail originally for Janae Rebecca Smith was $100,000. But then it was decreased when it was requested by her original attorney to $35,000. But yet they would not decrease Sharon's to under $50,000, and it's actually still sitting at $100,000 today. Does that give you some kind of a way to kind of see how serious they view what Sharon has done? Because let's look at the main charges here. So there's all these charges, okay? There's all of these that have to do with failing to stop, reckless driving, recklessly endangering another person, all these things. But let's look at charges number 19 and charge number 20. Charge number 19 is criminal attempt murder of the first degree, and secondly, charge number 20 is criminal attempt murder of a law enforcement officer of the first degree. So one of the main things that I want to point out here is, once again, the fact that the original bail that was set with all these 20 charges being on here was for $100,000, which is where Sharon Tracy Gale's actual bail is set currently. That's the seriousness that we're looking at. So if you want to put it in perspective, I think you need to probably look at the fact that these courts tend to be rather, I would say, lenient with regards to reducing bail. But yet they weren't very lenient with regards to Sharon's case. All right, moving forward, we have what's been held over to lower court, which is what's being tried. All 20 of these charges, which actually stuck, there's a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 felonies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7 misdemeanors, and then there's 2 H1s that are down here, and it looks like those were actually currently dismissed. So they're not trying her for the murder charges. But those charges, again, those charges were on her docket when she went to go to arraignment, where they actually hand out a sentence. So the seriousness of this and the seriousness of Sharon's should be put in perspective in this manner. All right. So all the things that were held to lower court for her to actually be tried for were number 1 through number 18, which include aggravated assault, careless driving, reckless driving, failure to not stop for police or not do as requested or ordered by police, and accident, injury, or death occurred due to that, failure to stop and give info or render aid. She just took off. There was no, I mean, he actually rolled off of the vehicle. She didn't stop to try to assist with not harming him, which is, I'm sure what brought on the original charges to begin with, was the fact that she did not attempt to render any kind of aid whatsoever. These also, looks like, I don't know what S actually means here. I will have to look that up for you. Maybe one of you lawyers or judges that are on this channel can tell me what S actually means, because I'm not absolutely sure on that. But there is, of course, we are looking at, she is currently still incarcerated. She is currently still dealing with the trial. I believe there's another day or two of the trial, it looks like, that according to what I've been able to look up. Bail has been set currently with reduction at $35,000, 10% of $35,000. Nobody has come to her aid with regards to that, which of course does not surprise me, because we never see the consulates come to aid. Taj Tariq Bey, of course, was actually, put into the article. Clearly, there's been some statement made with regards to that party from the defendant, because of the fact that he was put into the original article that I read, and again will be located in the description of this video for you to take a look at. Just based on the proclamation that was made and forwarded to the original arraignment judge, it's obvious to me that this is a member of the Moorish American Consulate or something that's very, very similar. Lord only knows, Taj has had a ton of groups that have come out of his nonsense. So let's see, what else can we take a look at here? We're not going to have any idea. All these people, by the way, that you're looking at right now that are going by are all people that apparently were served by e-service or hand served for one reason or another, I guess, to give statements with regards to this. Some of them, it looks like it's officers, yes, and other attorneys. So anyhow, I will be linking this in the description area of the video, so you guys can actually look at this for a long period of time if you want to figure out what all these things have to do with. But it looks like we're going to be looking at the potential of sentencing out a little ways. Again, there isn't actually that. Well, let me go up here and look. It didn't look like there was anything that was in the calendar events. Let's see. Yeah, we're still in criminal trial area. So with that trial actually occurring, until that trial's done and a verdict is reached, we won't actually know when we're looking at sentencing. I doubt very seriously, with the fact that she's going pro se and isn't really allowing much interjection with regards to any other armchair assistance, for example, or elbow assistance, or whatever the heck you want to call it. I doubt very seriously that we're going to get any kind of exoneration on this person. She's going to be found guilty. Whether she gets 90 years to life is, anybody's guess, but we'll find that out and keep track of this. If anybody has anything to add with regards to this, please feel free to email me at virgotriad@protonmail.com. I want to make a statement with regards to why it is that the Virgo Triad channel follows these types of things. To be quite frank, I'm getting a little irritated with the whole, she is against people of our color or whatever. Absolutely ridiculous. A good portion of my relatives are not white or not, however you want to put it. That's an absolutely hideous thing to say, which I realize is the reason why it's being said, but I'm going to make it absolutely 100% perfectly clear why it is that I'm following the Moors, why it is that I'm posting these things and follow-ups for you guys. Number one, what you're doing is highly illegal. Number two, it is dangerous, and it is something that you are dragging in your own communities in order to get them harmed. If you are attempting to try to deal with a human rights issue, then deal with a human rights issue in the manner that is legal to do, because what you're doing right now is largely nonsense, lies, and you're pulling people in to a situation that is forcing them to put themselves in jeopardy. You're con artists. Those of you that are selling packages and making claims like the MAC is making, absolutely hideous and should be stopped immediately. And if you look on my channel, you will see that there are tons of groups very similar to this in all different shades, sizes, and genders and colors that I will go up against. Simply because it's wrong, it's illegal, it is harming others. They're scams and they're con artists that are running these things. So your claim of calling me, racially driven in some manner is 100% inaccurate. And I find it completely offensive. But to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't expect anything less out of you guys, because really that's the only punch you've got is ad hominem attacks, because your facts are non-existent. So just so that everybody's aware that does not follow this channel regularly, this channel deals with scams, con artists, and things that are out there, even from health standpoints and everything, that will harm people, other innocent victims. So, if you think this is a government channel, if you think this has something to do with trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes and not showing you your rights, and it's actually the exact opposite. I back up all my facts with verifiable sourced information that you can view for yourself. And for those of you that have been following the Virgo Triad channel for the many years that we've been up now, thank you so much for your support and for dealing with all the crazy comments that I have to post on my channel. And thank you for all of the support when I get these terrible threats that you guys have to hear about constantly or see. Anyhow, that's my statement. I will have one cray-cray comment that came in overnight that will be posted later on for you guys to take a look at if you're interested. But here is the docket. Again, will be in the description of this video for you guys to take a look at. This is a very serious case, one of the most serious I think I've ever actually looked at. And I want to make sure that everybody has updated information with regards to this. So we're going to be following this one similarly to the way we're following the Sharon Tracy Gale and DeCorey Pitts dockets. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.